No. No.
Good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is that you guys are watching this. It is just coming on what would be the closing bell here on Monday, January 19th. The new moon being today as well. And with what's happened here overnight with the futures, after I had shared already the weekend outlook in the weekend video, I just want to bring a couple things into light and be very specific about this. First and foremost, after that high got placed over there on the 13th, boom, boom, nice little 1-2 pivot, A-B pivot with 69.0448, so call it 69.0450 being the 100 extension. If you just have a look at how perfectly, right at 2:55 a.m. last night, we came down right to that 69.05-450, had your little bounce up, and then you retrace down, and then fought it for resistance before coming down to the 687.50, the lows, which happened at 9:45 in the morning. 9:45, shortly after the opening bell would have been, and the bounce that's coming off of it so far, not breaking out, but having gotten a bounce so far. So what I've already done, even though I'm not expecting this to come in, I've put out there a plus 1% marker. 68.8750 plus 1% would take me to 69.5625. For those of you that have Thinkorswim or whatever it is that you have, these kind of automatic alarms, so you don't need to think about it when you've got bullets flying by your head, you've got it there, so you know already where your plus 1% level is from the lows, which is more important than from the close. Now, for those of you with Thinkorswim, you can go and put on your sound, send your email to all your specified email addresses when the alert goes off, push notifications to your mobile devices. Me, I'm in front of this all day long, so I've got customized sounds. And when you go on and you have your edit custom sounds, you can put whatever you want. For instance, here, I've got the Reco.
Fuck you, suffer in silence, you're a fucking piece of shit, you're no good, and you're a worthless fucking person to humanity. You contribute nothing, go back to your fucking rock that you live under, and never fucking come out again, you worthless piece of shit!
See, now, I won't miss that when I hear that going off full volume on my computer. So I am definitely getting alerted on this. But more specifically, what I want to bring into here is, we broke down below 69.02, which is the open for 2026. Now, we did not take out the lows, which happened there on January 2. However, with the move that we did make down, what we did, just again, this happened overnight, is we have filled that gap over there at 68.5847 from January 2. We've had that gap that had been unfilled all throughout this with these breakdowns over the course of the last 2 weeks, dipping below 6,900, but not actually making any kind of commitment for various reasons as well. More specifically, like I shared, because we've got 20 trading sessions since we have had a plus 1% day, and the easiest way to be able to fulfill that plus 1% is to have a sell-off day. And with that sell-off day, sell-off, dip, whatever you want to call it, to provide you for a lower area, for example, 68.5847, assuming that you get a close, let's call it 68.60, and you multiply by 1%, that takes you to 69.2860. You know 69.25 very, very well. So that allows for that plus 1% to happen rather than these ridiculously fucking stupid, which are never going to fucking happen, 7,000, 6,900s that we've had for the last 8-9 days. It ain't happening. So I want you to be aware of that. So we're not looking for bounce to come now, right now, but we are due to get that. But that as well comes with a big, huge, huge risk to it. Now, I shared for you last night, what was it, 9 o'clock this morning maybe? Yeah. The 68.80, 68.85 bullish put credit spread. If we had a open market, the closing bell would have just rang. I shared for you in the chat there, prior to what would have been the opening bell, the January 21 68.80, 68.85 bullish put credit spread, 350. Now, where we came to, like I showed you, we bottomed right around 9:45 this morning. So if this trade was placed with Interactive Brokers, you would have gotten a chance to get filled on that. Where you are at, as of current, is you're trading around 250. So it seems as if you have a very big advantage with the market opening tomorrow, January 20th, and these looking for that lower move and then the plus 1% bounce off of the move comes with an asterisk. On Wednesday, and because Switzerland is way ahead of the United States, on Wednesday, Trump is going to be at Davos. Okay, he's going to be at the World Economic Forum, and he does not have anything nice to say about the World Economic Forum. On Wednesday, Jerome Powell is going to be attending. He's not going to be speaking. He's going to be attending the Supreme Court argument on the Lisa Cook case. So you got a couple of, monkey wrenches out there, and I don't want to offend, anyone who's not a mechanic, but you have a couple of monkey wrenches out there that could cause you some issues about being able to get that bullish move to the upside bounce with everything that's happening here overnight. Now, you do have your 50-day moving average on the ES roughly right there at the lows of 2026, so you've got advantages. But what you don't have is the NASDAQ. Your NASDAQ did take out the 2026 lows. You are struggling a little bit. You don't have any earnings that are coming out. However, joining Donald Trump over in Davos are some of the world's elite, like the 10 times better than the biggest money launderer you can imagine. Jensen Huang from NVIDIA will also be at the NVIDIA or the Davos World Economic Forum. So anyway, that's all that I've got to say there, is that it's there, it's all there, but don't be obnoxiously greedy about assuming that it is there, because you do have some issues that are in your headwind there on Wednesday. So sorry if I wasted any of your time. I saw it. It was 2:30 in the morning for me. I'm having a coffee, and I'm thinking, I got to share this so you know it today, rather than having this thrown on your lap tomorrow morning when the email and hopefully a video tomorrow morning goes out. So enjoy your Monday night, and best wishes.